Okay, one little thing I'm going to show here, a little secret to demo on stuff. Now a lot of guys, you know, it's hammers, pry bars, stuff like that to get the old lath and plaster and some of the old lumber out of here. Kind of interesting, you know, when these old houses were first built, a lot of the lumber got delivered on site in what we call true dimensional. When it was 2x4, a lot of times it was actually delivered as 2x12 and then got cut down to whatever dimensions the carpenters were using. They'd set up a whole sawmill right outside the house, and they would cut down the lumber to whatever dimensions they were needing for that stage on the construction of the house. And lumber mills weren't quite like the Home Depot of today, where they would deliver all sorts of different dimensions on lumber. They just delivered what they called construction lumber, and then the rest of it's milled on site and part of the construction. So here, all these external walls, I don't think they were insulated, but the thing is, they got reinforced with this board. Now that's all 1x. That all got shipped in that way. And you can see from the old saw cuts on there how big the saw was that was used to mill that. I mean, that was, you know, there was several feet of diameter to a saw that has that level of curve on there. But when they were making this lath, the way they did this is they got the 2x lumber. You could tell they were using a pretty rough, large dimension blade when they're cutting it. This may have been cut on site, or it may have been cut at a local mill after being shipped in as much larger lumber. But they were just taking that 2x material, feeding it through a saw, and getting their, I don't know, 3/8 thickness out of it. And then, of course, it gets that cement type material, that mortar type put on. And then they're doing finer and finer types of plaster as they build outward. Now I'm guessing this tub came in a little bit later in the game, and whatever this material was that was put in, that came in a little later in the game. But the secret to tearing all this shit out is a Stanley FuBar. Where did I set that thing? Right here, Stanley FuBar. This is the ultimate Destructimundo pry bar. Hard for me to hold the camera and do this with one hand, but I'm going to get into this wall, this plaster stuff, and okay, I can't hold the camera and do it with one hand, but somebody allocated like, I don't know, 3 hours or something to tear this out. I'm going to have this done in about 45 minutes and be out of here. But that's why I'm stopping and screwing around making videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock this out. I'm going to start the clock right now and show you what I can accomplish inside of 3 minutes. That was more than 3 minutes, and I had to start whacking on another thing here. But so 300 pounds of fat guy. Well, I'm not that fat. Standing on the pry bar side of this is what it takes to cut that thing loose. Now I may have taken a little bit of drain with it, but that all that's going to get dealt with by the plumbers anyway. And we've got the water turned off for a long time. So this is mainly just using the FuBar, although I'm using the Sawzall on part of this. But anyway, let me check the watch. Yeah, I've got plenty of time to go before stop work hour here. They've got a noise ordinance. We can't work past 6, but we're still going to get it done. Okay, a whole lot more than 3 minutes later. Getting close to close of the day today. Alright, this fucking tub, okay, is half-inch cast iron over the whole thing. Half-inch cast iron, and that's why I'm a big strapping guy, but that's taxing me right there. Okay, so here's the place all cleaned up. Right here.